Outside Parliament, they rallied against further austerity until the last possible moment. Thousands were out on the street as MPs cast their votes. But the government's slim parliamentary majority held, and another package of austerity measures has been approved. So the protesters went home bitterly disappointed, many of them fearing for their jobs.
This bill is unacceptable. It sends people into unemployment, makes families poor, creates problems. This isn't a Europe of the people, as they say. These decisions are not made by a normal state. This is a dictatorship and nothing less.
It's not just for us, it's for our families. It is for all the people that still have breath in them, and they even want to take our breath away. We won't let them. We will fight as long as we can.
Thousands of state employees are now facing redundancy. Reforming the public sector and slimming it down is one of the conditions attached to the financial bailout Greece is receiving from the EU and the IMF. If this legislation hadn't been approved this week, billions of euros in loans, money the Greek state needs to stay afloat, could have been blocked. So while the government knows that further austerity is painful and unpopular, it argues that there is little choice.
The execution of this bailout programme is not at all easy. Inevitably, it creates large and often painful changes in citizens' lives who had seen, after our adoption of the euro, their standard of living rise.
The trouble is that despite all the measures that have been taken, Greece's debt is still regarded as unsustainably high. The recession has been deeper and longer than anyone initially forecast, and critics say the policy of strict austerity has pushed the country into a spiral of decline. The government hopes for slightly better economic news next year, but debate will soon have to begin about whether Greece needs to be loaned even more money to survive, and whether even more of its debt will eventually have to be written off. Chris Morris, BBC News, Athens.